There's a fierce battle now taking place over our privacy. On one side you have Apple, our staunchest defender. It says, "What happens on an iPhone, stays on an iPhone," it says. On the other side you have Google and Facebook and the vast mobile marketing world. "You don't get all these free services for nothing," they say. "We are harvesting your data to sell to you and influence you," they say. "But don't worry," they say, "you can change your settings if you want, if you can be bothered, if you can find them." This is all well understood. It's the world of the smartphones, in the main, that run our lives, after all. But sometimes all this goes too far. Sometimes the balance between convenience and privacy is so far out of kilter that it needs a major course correction. So it is with Google's latest innovation, the Insights tab, that has started appearing within Google Maps. This is Android only for now, but new features usually hit iPhones a little later. This enhanced view of your timeline is an estimate of places you may have been and routes you may have taken based on your location history. If you don't mind storing your life on Google's cloud, the new Insights tab means you can view all the places you've been, day by day, or see them by category. If you want Google to tell you that you spent 41 hours shopping last month, 35 hours on trains, 26 hours eating in bars and restaurants and only 4 hours walking, then you're in luck. Google will capture this info, store it, mine it and show it to you on demand. If this doesn't sound like something you want or need, then disable or restrict Google's location tracking. You don't need to wait for Insights to hit your iPhone. You should check these settings anyway, such that no timeline is being captured and stored. And while you might think you've disabled location tracking on your Google account, beware. Google points out that you may still have location data saved as part of your use of other Google sites, apps, and services. For example, location data may be saved as part of activity on Search and Google Maps when your web and app activity setting is on, and included in your photos, depending on your camera app settings. Location data isn't your only issue, of course. Google Maps harvests a lot of other data, all of which it links back to your user and device identity, and your Google account if you have one. Apple Maps is better set up from a privacy standpoint. My advice to iPhone users is to opt for Apple Maps. It's a more private alternative. Yes, there are some compromises, but Apple Maps has vastly improved. If you do want to stick with Google Maps, then there is an incognito mode that you can enable. This will hobble some of the data-driven features options. No commute, or location history or sharing or search history or completion suggestions, restrictions to assistant in navigation, no offline maps, no your places. But it will stop data being added to your timeline. So, no data harvesting.